Hi, I am Ehsan and this is the second video I'm creating for the course that I put on my YouTube channel about how to write a research paper. People might have this question that why do I have to publish a research paper in the first place? So let's explain that. As you can see, I'm gonna create 31 videos and this is the second one. There are, I think, 8 reasons that people publish research paper. So let's go through them one by one and explain them. The first one is you add value. Whatever your major is, it might be chemistry, biology, or whatever. You are gonna add some values into your field of study. And this is gonna stay forever. So people are doing that because they want to push the boundary of the science or engineering or whatever they are doing. If no one does any research, then we are just going to learn whatever is on the in the textbooks. Over time you might have seen some basics of the science even have changed through the years. So that's because of the research. The beauty of the research is to push the boundaries. So I think that's one of the main reasons that people publish paper. The second reason I think is you make it to the public that I have done this research, and your friends, your colleagues, the people who are working in this field of study, even if they are not in your country, they are gonna find out that you have done this research. Other than that, there are many websites that take your high quality research that their your paper is filled of jargon. They are gonna take those jargon words and make a simple and easy to understand blog or post and put it on their websites, and other people also will understand what you are doing. So this is just to make it to the public, and I think it adds again a value. I could just combine this with the first one, but I think making that to the public is another reason that you want to publish a research paper. The third one is you are gonna boost your resume. If you want to apply for a job or stay at university and become a professor or a full professor, you have to do research and publish, and they are going to judge you by the numbers, unfortunately. The number of the research paper you are publishing and the quality of them. So yeah, it's a game, so you have to play it and you have to do it right to get promoted. Not as much if you go to a job in the industry, but if you want to stay at university and have a job and become a full professor, yes, then you have to do this. And if you want to apply for grad school, also that's one of the parameters of evaluating your application. The next one is you become a better person to communicate science with others, because you have to write about what you are doing, and usually this is going through the basics first. I'm going to explain it in the future videos, but you have to know how to communicate whatever you are doing with others. You can't just jump into what you have already done. So you have to tell a story, say, okay, this is what I have done, and then the big picture is this. So you have to explain that big picture first. So it makes you a better person to teach others what you are doing. I think that adds another value to you as a scientist. The next one is you motivate others. So if people are seeing you are publishing papers, they are gonna also do the same, and this is a win-win situation. If they are gonna publish paper, you are also gonna publish another paper, and everyone will win. And all the benefits that I have discussed so far is also for them. And another one, the next, I think, is networking. So if you start doing a research and you want to do a research paper, in your field, you are going to find people that are working in on your specific field of study. So it might be something very specific that some research labs are working on. So you are gonna find your own people, and there may not be in your country, it might be in other countries, but you are gonna find them. And this is through doing the research, because you have to do your research first and figure out who is working on this field. And then if they haven't published it, if no one has worked in this specific project that you are interested in, then you can start doing that. And with that, over time, if you publish more and more, then you are going to find some people reaching out to do collaboration, and or you can suggest that. I have done that before. During my master's degree, I worked with 2 professors in India and 1 in Turkey, and we published papers together, because I was doing a computational study and they were doing the experimental study. And I sent them an email and said, hey, can we work together on this project? And they said yes, and then we worked together through the emails and published paper. So yeah, that's another reason. You make your own network, and on top of that, in the future you can use them as your reference. If you want to apply for a job or for grad school, you can ask them, can you give me this letter of recommendation? And that's just the networking that you created by doing a research and publishing research paper. The next one, I think it makes you happy. Yeah, when no matter how many papers you are publishing, I've done 20, and for every single one of them, I felt good. You feel that you accomplished something, and that just makes you happy. And I think this is another aspect of publishing research paper. And the next one is it improves your personal skills. So research is not just I have done this is the data, and then dump all of them into a paper and say, okay, figure it out. Whoever reads my paper can figure this out. No, you have to do the data analysis. You have to compare whatever you have found with others. You have to connect these data and make a story out of it, and say, this is the data. I'm connecting the dots, and now this is the knowledge. This is the outcome of what I have done. So this helps you to become a better scientist. And on top of that, you have to do sometimes team working. You have to work with other people in other departments or even different countries. Or sometimes if the research is between 2 or 3 majors, 2-3 disciplines, then you have to talk to them. For instance, I was working on a synthesis. There were some other people who were doing like the medical science of it, and they didn't know about how synthesis part of the research. So I had to explain it for them in a way that they understand, and they have to explain their science that we are working together in a way that I understand. So it helps people to communicate better. It improves their skills also, the communication skills. So yeah, there are many aspects into this reason. So I think that's why I put it here. Yeah, so this is all the reasons that I discussed with you, 8 of them. And I think this is going to be the last boring slide that I have. After this, in the next video, I'm going to talk about the structure of a research paper. So thanks for bearing with me up to here. I think you might say, oh, I haven't learned anything about research paper so far. But with the next one, we are going to dive into that. Don't worry. All right. Yeah, this is the end of the second video. See you in the next one.